Good morning/afternoon, everyone. I want to start by asking you a simple question. Have you ever stopped to think about how much of your life you're truly living? Every single day, you are creating your future, one thought, one action, one decision, at a time. But most of the time, we're living on autopilot. We're replaying old habits, stuck in patterns of thought and behavior that no longer serve us. We're existing, but not truly living. Now, imagine if you could break free from that autopilot. Imagine if you could rewire your mind, release the old beliefs, and step into a life full of possibility. Wouldn't that be something? The truth is, you're not meant to live in a box created by your past. The past doesn't have to define your future. Most people wake up in the morning thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, and making the same choices that they made yesterday. But I'm here to tell you, you can change. You can shift your mindset, your energy, your thoughts, and in doing so, you change your entire reality. You are the creator of your life. What you think about, what you focus on, and what you believe is shaping the course of your existence. So many people wake up each day and allow their external world to dictate their internal world. The noise, the stress, the problems, they let these things control how they feel and what they believe is possible. But the key to not wasting your life is in recognizing that you have the power to control your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, regardless of the circumstances around you. What if you could train yourself to feel joy before you see any evidence of it, to feel gratitude before you have something to be grateful for? What if you could be a creator, not a reactor? The energy you give off is magnetic. If you are constantly thinking the same thoughts, which are creating the same feelings, you are bound to attract more of the same experiences. But when you choose to break free from that cycle, when you choose to think in new ways, to feel in new ways, you literally reprogram your brain and body for a new experience. What would happen if you spent more time focusing on the life you could create rather than the life you fear you'll have? Imagine waking up every day with purpose, with clarity, with intention, knowing that you are in the driver's seat of your own destiny. But here's the catch. This isn't going to happen overnight. Changing your life requires commitment. It requires awareness. It requires the courage to let go of the old you, the you that's lived in fear, the you that has held on to past wounds, the you that's been waiting for the world to change instead of realizing that you are the one who can change. The key is this: your past doesn't dictate your future unless you allow it. If you want to live a life filled with meaning, joy, and possibility, it's time to wake up. It's time to choose something different. It's time to realize that you have the power to create your future right now. Don't waste your life. Don't let another day go by where you are living as a prisoner of your past, a victim of your circumstances. You are a creator, and the time to start creating is now. The journey might be challenging, but the rewards are infinite. Your future begins with your thoughts. Your thoughts shape your energy, and your energy creates your world. So today, make a decision to step into the life you are meant to live. Take the first step toward breaking free from the limitations you've placed on yourself. Don't waste your life. You have everything you need inside of you to create something extraordinary. Thank you. Transformation begins in the mind. It is the process of shifting from one state of being to another, and it starts with a decision, a conscious decision to break free from the limitations that hold you back. Most people go through life with a fixed mindset, believing they are the sum of their past experiences, their upbringing, or the circumstances they find themselves in. But true transformation occurs when you recognize that you are not defined by your past, but by your choices in the present moment. When you choose to transform, you are essentially choosing to step into a new version of yourself. It requires a deep understanding that change doesn't just happen externally, it starts from within. To transform, you must first challenge the beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you. This might mean confronting old habits, fears, or beliefs that have kept you stuck. It's about reprogramming the subconscious mind to break free from repetitive thought patterns and adopting new ways of thinking and being. This internal shift has the power to change your external reality. As you evolve internally, your perspective on the world shifts. You begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles, and you start to operate from a place of possibility rather than limitation. The power of transformation lies in the understanding that you are not a passive observer of your life, but an active participant. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions create your reality, and through consistent effort, you can mold the life you desire. The key to transformation is consistency. It is not a one-time event, but a continual process of growth. Each day is an opportunity to choose again, to think differently, to act in alignment with the person you are becoming. It requires patience, resilience, and an unwavering belief in your potential to change. Transformation is not about reaching perfection, but about evolving into a better, more aligned version of yourself every single day. Awareness is the foundation of any meaningful change. Without awareness, we remain trapped in the patterns of our past, repeating the same thoughts, actions, and behaviors without questioning them. It is only through becoming aware of our thoughts, emotions, and reactions that we gain the power to make conscious decisions and initiate transformation in our lives. Awareness allows us to step outside the automatic responses we've developed over time and see ourselves and our surroundings more clearly. When we begin to pay attention to our thoughts, we start to notice how many of them are influenced by old beliefs or conditioned reactions. These thoughts might be limiting, negative, or self-sabotaging, but we often don't realize they are driving our actions because they've become so familiar. Awareness allows us to observe these patterns without judgment and recognize them for what they are, merely thoughts, not truths. Once we acknowledge this, we are no longer slaves to these mental scripts. We can choose to let go of the ones that don't serve us and replace them with thoughts that align with the future we want to create. Awareness is also the key to understanding our emotions. Many of us are caught in cycles of stress, fear, or frustration, but we rarely stop to consider why we feel the way we do. Often, our emotional responses are reactions to past experiences or future anxieties that we haven't fully processed. By becoming aware of our emotions, we can start to understand the underlying causes and begin to release the grip they have on us. Awareness allows us to create emotional space between ourselves and our feelings, giving us the freedom to choose how we respond instead of being controlled by them. True awareness is not just about noticing our thoughts and emotions in passing, it's about being present with them, acknowledging their impact, and consciously deciding whether or not to accept them as part of our identity.
Empowerment comes from recognizing and embracing the power you hold within. It's about realizing that you are not a passive participant in your life, but rather the creator of your experiences. When you step into your own power, you take full responsibility for the way you think, feel, and act. Empowerment begins with the understanding that your life is a reflection of your internal state. The way you perceive the world and interact with it is shaped by your beliefs and choices. If you feel disempowered, it is often because you've been unconsciously handing over control to external circumstances or other people, allowing them to dictate your reality. The moment you decide to reclaim your power, you realize that your thoughts have the ability to shape your experiences. No longer are you bound by the constraints of past mistakes, limiting beliefs, or fears. Empowerment comes when you shift your focus from what you lack or what you fear to what you can create and achieve. It's the realization that you have the tools within you to overcome challenges, break through barriers, and manifest the life you desire. Empowerment also means taking ownership of your emotions. Many people feel at the mercy of their emotions, believing they have no control over how they feel or react. However, when you empower yourself, you realize that your emotions are not fixed states, but signals that can be understood, processed, and transformed. You can choose how you respond to circumstances, and in doing so, you regain control over your emotional landscape. To empower yourself is to stop looking for external validation or permission. It is about trusting your own intuition and aligning your actions with your inner values and desires. When you step into empowerment, you stop waiting for the world to change in order to feel fulfilled, because you realize that the power to create change lies within you. You are the architect of your own destiny, and with every choice you make, you shape the future you will experience. Mindset is the lens through which we perceive and interact with the world. It influences how we approach challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. A person's mindset determines their capacity for growth, resilience, and success. When we operate from a fixed mindset, we believe that our abilities, intelligence, and circumstances are static. unchangeable. This belief limits our potential and keeps us trapped in old patterns, fearing failure and avoiding discomfort. On the other hand, a growth mindset invites us to view challenges as opportunities to learn and evolve. It empowers us to embrace discomfort and see setbacks not as signs of inadequacy, but as stepping stones toward progress. A growth mindset begins with the belief that change is possible. It recognizes that our abilities are not fixed, but can be cultivated through effort, learning, and perseverance. People with a growth mindset see failure as a natural part of the process, not a reflection of their identity or worth. They understand that mistakes are opportunities for growth, and with each failure comes valuable insight that brings them closer to their goals. This mindset opens the door to limitless possibilities, where success is not a destination but a journey of continuous improvement. In contrast, a fixed mindset keeps us stuck. It leads to self-doubt, fear of taking risks, and a sense of helplessness when things don't go as planned. People with a fixed mindset often avoid challenges and may give up easily, as they believe their abilities are predetermined and cannot be developed. This mindset reinforces the belief that effort is futile and that the outcomes are beyond their control. Shifting to a growth mindset requires conscious effort and self-awareness. It means challenging old beliefs, reframing negative self-talk, and choosing to embrace challenges rather than shrink from them. When we change our mindset, we change the way we experience the world. We become more resilient, more adaptable, and more open to the possibilities that lie ahead. Creation is the act of bringing something new into existence, and it is a fundamental aspect of human experience. Each one of us has the inherent ability to create, whether it's through our thoughts, our work, our relationships, or the life we build. However, creation is often misunderstood. People sometimes think of it as something that happens by chance or as the result of external circumstances. In reality, creation starts from within. It begins with the thoughts we think, the emotions we feel, and the choices we make. Everything we experience in life is a result of our internal, creative energy being expressed outwardly. When we understand that we are creators, we begin to realize that we have the power to shape our own reality. Creation doesn't just happen passively. It requires intention, focus, and action. To create something new in our lives, we must first decide what it is that we want to manifest. It's not enough to simply wish or hope for change. We must be clear about what we desire and align our thoughts, feelings, and actions toward that vision. Our mindset plays a key role in this process. When we believe in our ability to create, we open ourselves up to opportunities that would otherwise remain hidden. Creating something meaningful requires us to move beyond our comfort zones. It involves taking risks, overcoming self-doubt, and pushing through the inevitable challenges that arise along the way. However, this is where true growth happens. Creation is not always easy, but it is always rewarding. It forces us to stretch, evolve, and become more than we were yesterday. By engaging fully in the creative process, we tap into a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment, realizing that the act of creation is an expression of who we are at the core. When we embrace the idea that we are creators, we begin to understand that nothing in our lives is truly random. Everything we experience has been shaped in some way by our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. The power to create the life we desire lies within us, and it is only through conscious, deliberate creation that we can bring our vision into reality. Energy is the invisible force that flows through every aspect of our lives. It is present in our thoughts, emotions, and actions, and it shapes how we experience the world around us. Everything we do, every word we speak, every decision we make, and every interaction we have is infused with energy. The energy we emit not only impacts our own state of being, but also influences the people and situations we encounter. Whether we realize it or not, we are constantly sending out vibrations that attract like energies, creating a feedback loop that shapes our reality. When we are in a positive, high-energy state, we are more aligned with our goals, desires, and purpose. Our thoughts are clear, our emotions are balanced, and we feel capable of taking on challenges. And in this state, we attract opportunities, people, and circumstances that match our energy. On the other hand, when our energy is low, when we are filled with fear, doubt, or negativity, we find ourselves stuck in patterns that drain us. We may experience obstacles, conflicts, and a sense of being disconnected from our true potential. The key to shifting our reality lies in becoming aware of the energy we are creating and consciously choosing to raise it. Raising our energy begins with our thoughts. Negative limiting beliefs lower our vibration, while empowering positive thoughts elevate it. By consciously shifting our focus toward thoughts of gratitude, possibility, and love, we can instantly raise our energy. The next step is to align our emotions with this new vibration. When we choose to feel joy, excitement, and peace, we amplify the positive energy that we are sending out into the world. Finally, our actions must be in alignment with the energy we are creating. When we take action from a place of positivity and clarity, we activate the energy we've cultivated and set it into motion to bring our desires into reality. Energy is not something we can see, but it is the driving force behind every aspect of our lives. By understanding the power of energy, we can harness it to create a life that aligns with our highest potential. Purpose is the driving force behind everything we do. It is the deeper meaning that gives our actions direction and significance. Without purpose, life can feel aimless, and we may find ourselves going through the motions, day in and day out, without ever truly feeling fulfilled. Purpose isn't something that can be found outside of us, it comes from within. It is a reflection of who we are at our core, our passions, our values, and our desires. When we connect to our purpose, we align with the essence of who we are, and everything we do takes on a greater sense of meaning. Living with purpose requires awareness. It requires us to look within and ask ourselves what truly matters to us, what excites us, and what we are meant to contribute to the world. Our purpose isn't just about what we achieve, but about how we show up in the world, how we impact others, and what kind of energy we bring to every moment. It's about being in alignment with our deepest values and using our strengths and talents to make a difference. Purpose is not something that happens to us. It's something we create by choosing to live in alignment with our truth. When we are disconnected from our purpose, we may experience feelings of dissatisfaction, confusion, or restlessness. We may pursue goals that don't truly resonate with us, chasing after things that don't bring lasting fulfillment. But when we align with our purpose, life becomes clearer. We begin to make decisions from a place of clarity and confidence, knowing that our actions are guided by something greater than ourselves. Purpose provides direction, focus, and motivation, helping us navigate challenges with resilience and determination. Ultimately, purpose is about connection. It's about connecting to who we truly are, to what we are meant to give, and to the people and experiences that support our journey. When we are living in alignment with our purpose, we are living authentically, and that authenticity is the key to living a life of fulfillment and impact. Reprogramming is the process of changing the patterns of thought, belief, and behavior that have been ingrained in us over time. These patterns shape how we perceive ourselves, how we respond to the world, and the outcomes we create in our lives. Many of these patterns were formed early in life, often through external influences such as family, culture, or society. Over time, they become deeply embedded in our subconscious minds, operating on autopilot without our conscious awareness. Reprogramming, however, allows us to take control of our internal world and shift the beliefs and habits that no longer serve us. To begin the process of reprogramming, we first need to become aware of the thoughts and beliefs that are holding us back. This requires introspection and mindfulness as we observe the ways in which we think and behave. Often we hold limiting beliefs about ourselves and our potential, beliefs that tell us we are not good enough, not capable enough, or not deserving of success. These beliefs create a cycle of self-doubt and fear, preventing us from reaching our full potential. Once we recognize these beliefs, we can begin to challenge them, questioning their validity and replacing them with new, empowering thoughts. Reprogramming also involves shifting our emotional responses. Many of us have learned to react to certain situations with stress, anxiety, or frustration. These emotional responses are learned behaviors that often stem from past experiences or conditioning. By becoming aware of these emotional triggers, we can choose to respond differently, cultivating a state of calm, confidence, and clarity instead. The more we practice this new way of thinking and feeling, the more we rewire our brains, creating new neural pathways that support our desired reality. Reprogramming is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process that requires dedication and persistence. It involves consistently choosing new thoughts, emotions, and actions that align with the life we wish to create. As we reprogram our minds, we break free from the limitations of the past and step into a future defined by possibility and growth. Through this process, we reclaim our power to shape our reality and create a life that reflects our highest potential. Choice is the power we hold to shape our lives, and it is the essence of personal freedom. Every day we are presented with countless choices, from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep. Each decision, whether big or small, contributes to the direction our lives take. The truth is that our lives are not solely the result of external circumstances, they are the product of the choices we make. In every moment, we have the ability to choose how we respond to the world around us, how we think, how we feel, and how we act. Often people feel like they are at the mercy of their circumstances, trapped in situations that seem out of their control. But in reality, even in the most challenging of circumstances, we always have a choice. We can choose how we perceive a situation, how we interpret it, and how we move forward. This understanding can be incredibly empowering because it means we are not defined by what happens to us. We are defined by how we choose to respond. The power of choice is most evident when we realize that every thought we think is a choice. We can choose to think positively or negatively, to focus on possibilities or limitations, to embrace growth or remain stuck. Likewise, our emotions are also choices, shaped by the way we interpret the events and people around us. When we take ownership of our thoughts and feelings, we reclaim the power to create a new reality. Making conscious choices requires awareness and intentionality. It means being present with ourselves and our decisions, rather than allowing habits or unconscious patterns to guide us. It involves recognizing the impact our choices have on our lives and taking responsibility for the outcomes. With each choice, we create our future. Our choices are not just reflections of who we are today, but the building blocks of who we will become. The future is a canvas that is shaped by the thoughts, beliefs, and actions we take in the present. Every moment holds the potential for change, and the direction we move toward is determined by the decisions we make right now. Too often we become trapped in the illusion that the future is something fixed or out of our control, that the life we live is determined by forces beyond us. However, the truth is that we have the power to influence our future by shifting our mindset and taking intentional action. The first step in creating a meaningful future is understanding that our past does not define us. Many people carry the weight of past mistakes, failures, or limitations, believing that these experiences will somehow dictate their future. But the reality is that our future is not written in stone. We are not bound by our past. Instead, we have the ability to learn from it, grow from it, and choose a different path. When we release the grip of the past, we free ourselves to create a future that aligns with our vision and desires. Creating a new future begins with changing the way we think. Our thoughts are powerful tools that shape the reality we experience. By changing the way we think about ourselves, our abilities, and what is possible, we start to shift the trajectory of our lives. If we believe that a better future is possible, that we are capable of achieving our dreams, we align our actions with that belief. This shift in mindset opens doors to new opportunities, new ways of thinking, and new paths we might not have seen before. The next step is taking consistent action. Change does not happen by wishing for it. It happens by actively pursuing it. Small, deliberate steps taken each day accumulate over time and create the momentum needed to manifest a new future. The key is not to wait for the perfect moment, but to start now, knowing that the future is being created in real time, with every choice, every action, and every thought you have today.